All right, welcome into the channel, you guys. Hello in Tarot land out there. Oh, I've been pulling cards just for a few minutes, a little oracle message from my Starseed Oracle. I don't usually consult it very often. Today, it decided it wanted to talk, so give me just a moment here, and once we hit that minute mark, I'll do my call-in and headphone warning for the dice real quick. I have 5 cards that are pre-pulled out of the Starseed Oracle, and I decided to go live because of what I pulled out. Okay? So, we are at that minute mark. Welcome in, witches, bitches, twats, and thoughts. It's Black Betty, and I am Karma's right hand. Today is June 5th, as you can see. And it is 9:17 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1:11 on the clock. All right, I have already rolled the dice, and the 5 cards that came out of my Starseed Oracle, I have used this deck for about 3 years now, and I've never had any of these cards come out. Ever. And I've shuffled the deck, I can't tell you how many times. Star Brothers. Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, trust. I'm sorry. Defenselessness. Righting past wrongs, uprooting. Jump in. Andromedan energy, adventure, and say yes to change. Wait. It's not quite yet time. Things are being woven. And the great severing. Okay, that says Mars energy, anger, conflict, and softening to love. Okay, so I'm getting kind of a message from, it's almost like the divine masculines on the third wave waking up. Okay, so world is the first thing out of the dice. World. You are somebody's world. You shook somebody's world. You're going to change the world. The world is a cycle card. You might be going into a new cycle. You might be getting something from the World Wide Web. Somebody is changing their world view. Oh, and there's view right there. V-I-E-W. Okay, world view. Somebody's changing their world view. The way they see things is changing. The third wave is waking up. They're having their aha moment. Oh, okay. Bam Lam, I know exactly who you are. Hi, Chris. How's it going, Winston Smith? Okay. So first is out here. First things first. Somebody has to change their worldview first. Somebody needs to change the way they look at things before they approach you or approach the collective. Okay, Lotto is here. Lotto. Somebody might have played the lottery. You're not, Chris? That's so funny because Bamalam was something that's only one human being has ever said to me in association with Black Betty. So you must know the song then, Winston Smith. No, I don't want to see a load of vegetables. I can fertilize it for you, though, if you want me to give you a load of shit. I can. Okay. Back to the reading. Riot. Riots. R-I-O-T-S. Riots. Okay, there's going to be riots seen all around the world. Everybody's going to be able to view it before the news gets to it. On the World Wide Web. Before the news can get to it, everybody else is going to view it. Buy. B-U-Y. Out of vowels. Oh, my allergies are going nuts. I'm going to sneeze. Oh, good. It went away. Oh, I hate that. Where it's just right at the edge of your nose and a tickle that's about to be a sneeze and then it turns into not a sneeze. That's annoying. Feds, F-E-D-S. They're annoying too. But, okay. The world is about to view something for the first time. Riots. They're going to view it before the news gets to it. Federal investigation. The feds are involved. The feds will be protecting people. The feds will be dispatched. Worldview. I literally have a planet right here that says peace in Russian. Worldview. How about world peace? Right? I can't get the word to come back. World peace. So what I'm getting, based on this, and I'm not done with the words yet, is the third wave is waking up, and they are not going to be free love like the first wave was, and they are not going to be universal love like us second wavers are. The third wavers are going to be the riot. Okay? No, it will not be a race riot, Winston Smith. It's going to be a class riot. Eat the rich. It's happening already. You guys are seeing the banks starting to fail. You're seeing, personally in my town, I'm noticing that all the big oil names are gone and all the tiny little brand new gas stations are no name anything. I'm seeing that there's cashless system being put into place. It's a race. Race is not going to be involved. It's going to be money. It's going to be a class riot. So that's what's going on. It's going to be the haves and the have-nots. And you can't... The purpose of division in politics, in race, in religion, and all of that is to get us to fight each other instead of fighting them, because they're siphoning the life out of us with all of their, like, money-grubbing ways, right? So, can I get a vowel, please? Tex, T-E-X, Texas. R-R-R, rest and relaxation. Triple R, railroad. Somebody likes to play Monopoly. That's all the dice. Worldview, first, lotto, riots, buy, feds, text, and RRR. Rest and relaxation, or the triple R, railroad. Reading, writing, arithmetic. Give me just a second. I gotta go get a tissue. I'll be right back. Oh, that's better. Okay. I needed to get up anyway. The basket was out of reach. I need to pull some out of the basket. Somebody's changing their worldview. The world is about to view something for the first time. There's going to be riots. The feds, Texas. Triple R Railroad. And let's see what the basket has to say, and then we'll get into the cards, okay? Hours. Within hours. Something's going to take hours. It will only be within hours. Powerless. Body burned in a car to cover a murder. Public information, rumor mill. Tried to make you an accomplice. Closet drinking, hiding booze. So yesterday somebody was, no, I'm absolutely not telling you to start writing. Give me a break, Winston Smith. Go away. Quit being a troll. You're lame. Go away. Shoe fly. Don't bother me. You're banned. Goodbye. So closet drinking, hiding booze. Junior. Healing, or the process of making or becoming sound and healthy again. Abusing a mother is abusing the children or child by proxy. Stealing your prescriptions to drug you later and set you up to look like suicide by overdose. Therapist is helping your baby daddy or baby mama because they're having an affair. Horse. Some of you might like horses, might be into, like, have horse, like be horse people, horse money. Somebody pulled out the gun but didn't want to clean up the mess. Fresh paint job. Didn't want to have to repaint. Didn't want to have to clean up. The number 6. The demon Orneus, Solomon demands your presence to return to the shadows that it came from. Shoe fly, don't bother me. Take your little demonic ass and go away. It takes 2 to tango and 3 for a conspiracy. C-O-N, spiracy. Okay? If you guys watch In Living Color, that is Damon Wayans and Homie the Clown. Congratulations, you played yourself. That's a quote from, God, what's that? DJ Khaled guy? I don't know, he's irrelevant. Sagittarius. Anniversary. Blackmail is a binding spell. The Flintstones. Somebody is archaic in their thinking, like caveman style. Ratfink. Perplexed. Blue 1977 Chevy Stepside. Why does that not want to come in the light? There we go. Dominion voting machines and the My Pillow guy. Oh yeah, that guy was here in my town. Cannot restock because of unpaid invoices. Friday. Route 66. And fuck yo feelings. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Based on the cards that came out, the Star Brothers, I'm sorry, Jump In, Wait, and the Great Severing. There are the third wave of masculines, divine masculines, that are waking up right now, and they are more on behavior. They're appalled at how they've acted. They're seeing themselves as impudent children who could not stand up to the plate. They are ready to be the protectors, be the providers, to elevate and be the divine masculines that they need to be. But first they have to come in and say 2 simple words. I'm sorry. And then follow it with for X, Y, Z. Then they have to jump in to an explanation of how they're going to fix things, how they're going to make things better, how they're going to say yes to changing. They have to look deep within. And yet that's what you're sitting here waiting. It's not happening yet, but you're waiting. Okay? You're kind of outside of this situation. You can see the situation developing because you're part of a different wave. Like, you're waiting for this next wave to come. You already know this is what you've been waiting for. And the great severing is here. There is something else in the background energetically that has been cut off. There's anger, but somebody is doing it with love. The great severing. Mars energy, anger, conflict, and softening to love. Somebody had to be cut off in order to want to climb, because they're part of the third wave and you collective are part of the second. This person was a tether and an anchor at a time when you needed to elevate, and they fought you instead of protecting you. They betrayed you instead of being loyal to you. They left you in fear and in lack and in scarcity instead of being safe and trustworthy. 16:16 on the clock. Okay? They're coming in to apologize. They're coming in to apologize. There has been a great severing. It's left somebody feeling like they're drowning. Their ego is wounded, their pride is hurt, their feelings are hurt, they're ashamed of themselves, they are not proud of who they were or how they acted. Their worldview is changing. They're seeing things differently for the first time. This person is not going to let their fear control them. Fear is in reverse. I'm hearing the song by Eminem, Not Afraid to Take a Stand. Not afraid to take a stand. This person is finally going to stand for something. They are not going to let their ego get in the way anymore. They're willing to assign blame to themselves or assume blame. With this landed on top of jump in. They're willing to look inward and assign blame, take responsibility. I accept responsibility for my well-being is what the card says. This person is accepting responsibility for their own elevation at this time. And abundance is in reverse. This person may have felt that they were in lack. They may have viewed things as always being out of reach. Like you even, because this landed on top of weight. Your elevation and severing from a situation energetically has left this person feeling like they'll never reach the same heights. But what they're not realizing is that they are on a different step of the elevation process. They are a third waver, not a second waver. They are just a bit behind you. They have a different life purpose. They are here to shake things up. They are here to make people be aware of this energetic spiritual war power dynamic where humans are killing a larger entity by their own selfishness and greed. This person is here to help make this next third wave aware of how destructive their energy is. This person is, they've got a different purpose as this third waver. They're going to shake things in a different and a unique way that hasn't been seen before. Forgiveness in reverse. This person can't forgive themselves. They don't believe that you'll ever forgive them because you have energetically left them behind. But at the bottom of the deck, what's there? Love, courage, balance, and freedom. Love, courage, balance, freedom. That's what that's at the bottom of the deck. After the great severing, after the energetic disconnect, this person was forced to look up from themselves, from their shame, from their fear, from their ego, from their pride, and from their lack. They were forced to look up. Now that they've looked up, now they're looking within as well. They've realized they needed to climb to get to where you are. They have an apology they have to give. This is the entire third wave of masculines. This is not one. This is an entire energetic dichotomy of divine masculine, divine feminine light workers. This third wave has had to completely disconnect from the past two, because the way that the ascension has been brought about by these last two rounds is being drowned out by human fighting. So the human third dimensional aspect of everything is tanking a lot of spiritual ascension for the entire planet. And this third wave of masculines is going to be absolutely, I believe in Jesus. Jesus is one of the lead teachers and ascended masters, right along with Buddha, right along with Muhammad. Absolutely, I believe in Jesus. Yes. Do you see the crown of thorns above my head? That was a really silly question. Did you get your attention now? Can I get back to the reading? Okay, thank you. This third wave of masculines has to energetically sever from the rest of society and really be almost outcasts, almost outlaws, if they're going to end things to start something new. They have to put a death to the old ways. They have to learn how to say they're sorry. They have to learn humility. They have to learn how to climb. They have to learn how to ascend on their own. They've been petulant children, and they have to learn how to ask God for forgiveness. They have to look up, and they have to say, I'm sorry. They have to humble themselves and say, I was wrong. They have to get over their pride and get over their fear and get over their lack and get over their regret to be able to move forward. These masculines have a very specific purpose, and it is to shake society. Their riots could be very well spiritual. These are people who are quiet quitting. These are people who are refusing to go back to the office. These are people who refuse to continue to harm the planet for their money. Because if they kill the planet and all they have is money, like, it's like you can't take the money with you when you die, and when you leave behind all the holes that you've dug and all of the trees that you've burned and everything like that, this person can't, or these wave of masculines can't be on that level. They're not going to be destructors of Mother Gaia. They're not going to be destructors of the planet. They will not rape the resources. I'll give you whatever sass I want. You are in my house. You don't have to be here. Dark Night of the Soul is here. These masculines have to surrender. They have to give it up to God. They have to go through their I'm sorry process. They have to learn how to kneel before God and pray and be humble. And it's not necessarily God's going to direct these people, this wave of masculines, to be very destructive. Okay? Be very destructive. So destructive that it could cause riots. And I'm getting like a tower out of it. Like without in an implosion, there's nothing to be cleared to rebuild on that same ground. It's like the ground has to be cleared somewhere. It's almost like we have to have a new starting point for the way that we relate to each other in humanity. And like everybody's realizing, these masculines are realizing they're part of it and that they have to say they're sorry. They're part of it. They're going through their dark night. They're realizing that all of the destruction they've caused before they were awakened was part of their journey to their ascension in order to burn down what they can no longer go backwards across. Like you got to burn down the bridges so you can't go back. You got to be like Lot. You can't turn around or you're going to get salty, right? You have to set loving boundaries. These people have to start loving themselves and reparenting themselves. This is a wave of masculines who did not have parents at home. This is a wave of masculines that was raised by daycare who didn't care about their morals, just their routine, just their conformity, just their, you're going to learn how to do your reading, writing, arithmetic, 3 R's, right? You are an annoyance at this point. Go away. Okay, so anyways, the reading, writing, and arithmetic, they're trying to this whole wave was raised without a loving mother, so they're disconnected from Mother Earth, okay? They're disconnected from how their actions have ripple effect in the planet. Choose ease and grace. See this chaos? They're starting to realize all of this chaos and darkness and destruction. They can walk through the door. They can walk through the door. They can take the path of least resistance and just be good people. It takes a lot of energy to be destructive. Nurture your inner child. These are children who did not grow up. These are people and adults that still have child mentality because they were never nurtured with morals or love or affection. They were literally through a system. You go to daycare, then you go to kindergarten, then you go to school, then you go to college, and then bam, you're in real world and you have no idea how to relate to real people. Fast track to ascension. Boom. Sink or swim. Right now, this third wave is on that energy. Shit or get off the pot. Divine masculine on the cut. This is one of those things where you're going through the worst. You're feeling like you've been the shittiest human being you could ever be. You've been destructive. All of you on this third wave are young. You didn't know better. You weren't taught better. Nobody showed you how to be caring and compassionate to the planet or to other people. They just showed you how to conform and do your bookwork. Okay? Right now, the anger that is bubbling up inside these divine masculines on this third wave is very destructive. And if they don't rein it in, they could undo a lot of the work that the first 2 waves have done. So they're being forced on a fast track to ascension. Spirit is kicking people in the butt. Like, we're having ego deaths. We're having people go to prison, and otherwise they would have died if they didn't go to prison. Okay, I'm shuffling this deck, and there's a card that does not belong. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you. There's a card that does not belong in here. So we're going to take that one out. Great Diviner in reverse. This is the Magician in reverse. Dark magic. These people are being... they're like on an evolutionary split. They can either ascend or they can do not pass go, do not collect $200, go straight to hell instead. It's like that. These divine masculines on this third wave, they're having things crash and tumble, so they kneel before God. So they ask for help. So they pray, God, please get me out of this. I'll do anything. Please help me. They're being, the ground is being shook underneath people's feet. So they turn to God Temperance is here. So they learn how to have patience. So they learn how to have, so they can find sobriety. So they can be tolerant of each other's skin colors or religions. Right? These people have to really learn, because they're going to raise the next generation. And if they don't snap out of their dark night out of the soul and get over it and get on a fast track to ascension, we're going to destroy the entire planet. The devil just came out. So we have got literal spiritual war. Dark versus light. Angels versus demons. These people are on an evolutionary split between the light and the dark. And right now, they need nurturing. They need compassion. They need caring, because they feel weak. They need to call on Archangel Ariel, who is the angel that is represented in the card of strength. Okay? They need to call on Archangel Ariel, specifically AAA, when they feel beat down by life. These people are going to be so weary, so wounded, and so humbled by what happens to them through their dark nights of the soul, that they're going to be forced to kneel and ask God for help. When they do this, it's going to create an energetic shift in the divine masculine and divine feminine polarity, because a lot of divine masculines are younger than the divine feminines who are out here independent right now. A lot of the divine feminines are older or younger than divine masculines, vice versa. Okay? You're going to have a lot of May-December relationships. You're going to have a lot of obstacles that you think are blockages, okay? That would typically be blockages. Somebody's poor and somebody's rich. Somebody is a doctor and somebody is an alcoholic that smokes cigarettes, and their lifestyles clash. You could have people that are Protestant and Catholic in the same religion, or in the same marriage, different religions. You could have people that are Democrat and Republican in the same household. Imagine that. Okay? The thing is, to reestablish a happy, healthy family unit, to reestablish proper upbringing, moralistic society, to reestablish mental and emotional security in the world, these masculines have to rise. They have to come be ascended masters on their own right. They have to rise up and demonstrate divine masculine behavior. They have to be caretakers, providers, protectors. They have to take accountability. They can't be seeking to be still juvenile but in control. You know what I mean? Like I want somebody to take care of my clothes and my meals and my laundry and everything, and I don't ever want to have any responsibilities or chores, but I have a job, so worship me, I have a spatula kind of shit. It's not like that. You have to rise up to service to the elders. You have to rise up to be humble and to treat women with respect, men with respect, outside of relationship seeking, outside of dating, to treat people with disabilities with respect. And that's real fucking hard for people these days. To treat people with different skin tones with respect, to elevate culture, to elevate family unit, to elevate truth and honesty and integrity. That's what this divine wave of third wave masculines is supposed to be doing. And they're not right now. They're not, which is why their lives are being shook up. Okay, their lives are being shook up until they get the picture that they have to humble themselves before the Almighty. Right? They have to humble themselves before the Almighty. Right now, these are people, and I'm going to tell you one thing. With riots here, feds here, with Lotto here, It's like clout chasing, fame chasing, money chasing, dream chasing, right? But stepping on people to get there. This has to be eradicated out of the masculine, because that is not masculine behavior at all. That's just, you'd expect that stuff out of ambulance chasing lawyers. No offense if you're an ambulance chasing lawyer, because you're needed, but stereotypically, you're chasing the lower levels of things, the lower energy of things, and this is what is being destroyed out of all of these masculines' lives. They're being made to feel small and weak, and Archangel Ariel is also part of this. Archangel Michael is usually involved in spiritual war, but Archangel Ariel is involved when it comes to bringing people home to God in their heart, okay? Helping them overcome their own demons. Some of these people, some of these divine masculines are going to have felony records. Some of these divine masculines are going to be recovering alcoholics and drug addicts. Some of these divine masculines are going to be if learning how to not be misogynists. Some of these divine masculines are going to come from broken homes, and they're going to elevate women in a way because they were raised by women and had a family full of women and sisters and aunts, and there weren't a bunch of men around them. So they're going to be more in their feminine energy and have to learn how to get into this divine masculine energy by getting angry, right? There is a whole lot of people looking down on other people with religion specifically. And it happens here every day in my comments, right? JS on VR that I just blocked, right? There's a lot of division and holding people down, and you are a piece of shit because you don't do what my religion says. Are you doing what your religion says? Judge not lest you be judged. People in glass houses should not throw the first stone. No, let's remember, Jesus, who did he hang out with? Prostitutes, lepers, and drunks. And he flipped tables and whipped the Pharisees, right? If you want to talk about Jesus, we'll bring Jesus into it. We can use those lessons. It's just one other teacher that I have to draw from. That's the kind of riots that are going to be happening here. These divine masculines are going to see the greed. They're going to see the seven deadly sins, the lust, the avarice, the greed, the hate, the conflict, all of it. And they're going to get tired, and they're going to flip tables and start whipping shit. And that's what this third wave of masculines is going to do, is righteous anger and righteous indignation. Okay? This is what they're supposed to be here for. And the world is going to see this happen. It's going to come in a wave across every continent. This is not isolated to one state, one country, one city. Not at all. This is a world event. These divine masculines are going to become enraged with how they have been played to harm what they should be there naturally to protect and elevate. They got played. Congratulations, you played yourself. Where is it? It's under here. You played yourself, right? Congratulations, you played yourself. The divine masculines are going to realize that they have been tricked into being powerless. They've been made an accomplice in harming the planet since the dawn of time, since we were cavemen. Okay? This wave of these divine masculines, this third wave, this rage, this righteous indignation that is going to come up, it is going to be in a way that, for a visual on the energy, let me describe it this way. Their rage is going to be like buffalo surrounding a new calf. Horns are going to be out. I've used this analogy before, but they're going to be in a circle. Your spirit guides, the ancestors, these masculines are all going to be there to defend the planet, to defend God, to defend the divine feminine, because without that, nature's out of balance. There is not another species on this planet that eradicates the necessity of the feminine quite the same way our culture as humans does with religion. Okay? I'll just say that. And then after that, I'm going to say every single person on this planet came from a feminine, which is the divine gateway, the Stargate portal between worlds. That's what these masculines are going to rise up and begin to protect again, is the divine feminine. This is the bodyguards. These are the divine brothers, the star brothers to the divine feminines that are here to protect. They are here to ground. They are here to keep us safe. They're here to reestablish trust. 4114, mirror. They're here to mirror what the feminine needs energetically on this planet. First, it's going to be a big shakeup. Kind of like the dice in the beginning of the story. It's going to be a big mess until all the little words are put together, till everything is strung together in a neat and concise way that can explain a situation. Everything will start falling into place for these people once they rise up and start doing what Spirit put them on this planet to do. The last wave, the third wave, is about to be called forward, and it is going to be through your tower moments that you and the divine feminines of the planet recreate real family, real love, real bliss. And I'm not talking genders at all when I say real family, because I will get shit for that. When I say real family, I'm talking loyalty. I'm talking trust. I'm talking having each other's back against the world like those buffalo with the horns out to protect the young inside. Okay? That's what these masculines are being called to do. They're being called to leave behind their dark, lower level energies, their darker creator energies, their destructive energies. They are being called forth in this spiritual war between dark and light, okay, to accept the nurturing of the feminine, of the planet, to gain strength, because right now they're weakened by this darker magic. They've been made an accomplice since the dawn of time. The masculine is now going to be rising up after everything crumbles to help rebuild, protect, provide, repair, and quite possibly soothe the planet. And it's going to be unexpected. It's going to be unexpected because right now, currently, there is gender wars, class wars, race wars, religious wars, misogynistic wars, men versus women, young versus old, black versus white, instead of us all getting together and realizing, keeping us feeling small instead of it is a unified force is what keeps the division there. They can play Monopoly on our backs as long as we stay bent over and supporting that system. But if we all stood up together, that fucking board would go everywhere, and their pieces and their money and their banks and their everything would absolutely implode. And that's what this divine masculine wave is here to do. They are here to flip the tables. They are here to crack the whip on the Pharisees of today, which are the corporations. I'll say it. The government, the corporations are the Pharisees of today. And the divine masculine of the third wave is rising again. There will be, if possible, it will look like riots on the third D. Like on the 3D, on the people that don't see spiritually. Your average everyday Joe walking down the street is going to see riots. They're going to see war. They're going to see the government taking over in places, or the government losing control in places. They're going to see this all over the world. It's not just going to be here. Everything that's been taught to us, RRR, reading, writing, arithmetic, all of it's going to go out the window. This divine masculine is going to rise, the divine masculine wave, and they're going to flip the tables on the Pharisees of today. Well, that was not what I expected out of the reading, but I'm going to close it right there, you guys. Okay, today's been June 5th, and it is 9:56 a.m. on Pacific Standard Time. I'm Black Betty, and if I can manage to not be a piece of shit, so the fuck can you.